What a great win in front of a record crowd here at the MCG. Australia beat New Zealand.
Carlos Brathwaite! Carlos Brathwaite! Remember the name! History for the West Indies. What a match we've had here at Eden Gardens. 24 from 4 deliveries, and the West Indies win.
Yes, it was two world champions that went head-to-head in the second game of the Tri-Series today. T20 Kings, the West Indies, took on the 50-over holders, Australia, at Providence Stadium in Guyana. Welcome to the highlights. Now, this was the Australians' first game in the competition, and naturally they were keen to show everyone just why they were top of the ODI rankings. The hosts, of course, already had 4 points on the board after beating South Africa on Friday. And after the games here in Guyana, all sides move on to St Kitts and then on to Kensington Oval in Barbados. Well, Australia and Steve Smith won the toss, and he decided to bowl first. And here are the teams. The West Indies, they were naturally unchanged from their victory over South Africa on Friday. Australia, strong side, and Mitchell Starc returns after a 6-month layoff with foot problem, and Nathan Lyle included to allow 2 frontline spinners. Here are the highlights.
Oh, what a beauty. That's close. That's very close. Starc loves that. He's back in the lineup for Australia. He's in his first over, and he reckons that's hit the pad first. He's saying no bat. Starc is saying no bat, and Steve Smith says, right, let's send it upstairs. I reckon that's gone.
Well, your initial thinking is that it's hit his foot almost, hasn't it, first, and then his bat's come down. This is how he bowls. We check the front foot is fine. He gets so many wickets swinging the ball in. Shape. Oh. Inside edge.
Yeah, it is back. Australians are back in their position. And importantly for the West Indies, so is Fletcher. There's an edge, and no chance for anybody. It is a no ball as well, above waist height. Well, talk about a bit of action in the first over, Damien.
Well, he's a bit rusty, isn't he? We spoke about that early on, that he's coming back. First competitive game, no practice games since arriving here. A lot of net practice. And look, I think early on too, he's trying to bowl as full as he can, and probably a touch quicker. He's trying to bowl quick. Look how high that is. And the nick goes through. Steve Smith, he had nothing to do with it. He couldn't even see it. He was dodging.
He did the right thing, got out of the way of it. Quick smart did Smith. That's interesting from Fletcher. Freeing that front leg. There was a free hit. Gone. He's picked up a wicket. He's back in the Australian colours, Mitchell Starc, in the first over. He's picked up a wicket.
Yeah, it's a big wicket. Full once again, shaping in. And Fletcher. And look here, his weight's back. And Maxwell, an easy catch. And when that happened, Fletcher looked around and you just think, well, it was there to be hit, but disappointment. Early wicket for the Australians. Fletcher's gone for 4, and it's 6 for 1.
Beautiful stuff.
Bit of shape.
Eased into the covers. Edge, hand on it, solid hand from Smith, and it's burst through and gone for 4. He was looking to go over the top with a length that Hazelwood bowls. 4 gone, 17 for 1. Full toss, got it away nice and square. Now the rain around the place in Guyana is going to make this outfield slow. However, there's enough bat on that for 4.
Yeah, good boundary, much needed boundary by the West Indies. Full tosses. He's bowled a few now, Mitchell Starc. Just getting it right, maybe a bit of sweat.
It's a nice shot. That's a beautiful shot through the covers. Good stuff from Darren Bravo.
Quality shot. 2 full, Mitchell Starc. He's trying to get up there and swing, and Bravo was all over it. The key here is the length. The one early on he played a miss was a touchback. This one's 2 full. Good position, good head position. And watch here, his weight transfers. Look at that. Perfect cover drive.
Overstepping. Didn't play a practice match, the Australians, at all leading into this series. South Africa played a couple. In fact, South Africa played 1. West Indies played a couple.
I think it's the key. I mean, I actually thought they played 1. We see they're overstepping.
Oh, he's crunched that. What a shot that is. Beautiful stuff.
Stand and deliver, Bravo. Well, I know it's a free hit, but it's still a quality shot. We just watch this again. The sound, that's what you love. Bangs it in. Hazelwood, and Bravo says, I'll have a piece of that, and a big piece. Clear the front leg. Right in the middle of the bat.
Lyon likes it. Nathan Lyon's up in a big way, as he often is. Gregory Braffitt's not.
Big shout, Nathan Lyon. The key here, there's a pitch in line. Did he hit it? A few questions.
That's more like it. Got to get it a bit fuller, bring them forward. You do risk getting carted over mid-wicket or long on. Like that. But that was a good shot. Used his feet. Got into position, Johnson Charles, and just hit with the spin.
Yeah, you could sense it was coming. Doesn't like to be restrained, gives the bowler a chance. Now, there was a good shot. Good use of the feet. Often criticized for being stationary at the crease.
This is a nice little duel. Charles' intent on going deep with Lyon.
And we'll get a couple here.
That's out. Straight to the man at point. Took it at the second attempt, but took it nevertheless. Zampa the fielder, and Darren Bravo runs out the patience.
Yeah, good trap, poor shot. It's obvious that they were setting him up for that, and a good snaffle the second time by Adam Zampa. Bravo only has himself to blame. Wasn't at the pitch, went through with the shot, and even if there was a bit of a fumble, he still goes for 19, and the West Indies 50 on the board, but second wicket down. and gets off the mark with a couple. Good stop by Usman Khawaja. In fact, he'll come back to 3. A wicket in the over for Mitchell Marsh. It's 53 for 2. Again, the confident appeal. Again, not out from umpire Brathwaite. Again, the look of bewilderment from the bowler.
Let's see where this one pitches. May just have done a little bit too much. He's found it. And that's the end of Johnson Charles.
Well, we've seen it so many times before. When he's on target, he's absolutely lethal. And in a part of the world where many years ago this was a normal sight, the scattering stumps. Mitchell Starc with the pace and the late in-swing, a bit of inside edge as well, making a complete mess of the stumps of Johnson Charles. His charmed life comes to an end on 22 and the West Indies 59 for 3. Should get a boundary here. We'll take a look at that.
Let's see what happens here. Hasn't made any contact with the boundary at this point. And hasn't made contact with the boundary at all. Excellent piece of fielding.
Two runs. 65 for 3. Good single in the end. I think Starc can be even better. They might go upstairs. And they have, the umpires. He did dunk his bat into the crease, which you teach your school kids not to do, but he's safe. Slow death. Finally, he gets one of those. Samuels is thinking about a review, thinking about the discussion. He did have a discussion the other night that he refused to use the review, and he does so today again.
And this is exactly why Nathan Lyon bowls around the wicket. So to get the ball to straighten and hit the stumps, and this is what he's been searching for a few overs, and he finally gets what he wants. And the slow death from the umpire. Great bowling, Nathan Lyon.
Samuels goes for 10, 70 for 4. Long on, long on. Oh, 0 for Kieron Pollard. Literally ill-judged shot.
Yeah, Nathan Lyon getting the ball to dip on Kieron Pollard. Big wicket there for Australia. Beautiful shape. And he pats it back to long on. Yeah, great catch by David Warner. You can see the celebration, what that wicket means to Australia. Kieron Pollard out for 0. Caught Warner, bowled Lyon, 70 for 5. It's not often you get a chance to get a hat-trick at this level, so it would be nice to see him get one more catcher in there.
think Steve Smith asked him that as well. He said no. Should be a couple of runs. He sort of lumbers after it, Aaron Finch. 75 for 5. Quick shake of the head from the umpire, Nigel Long. 79 for 5.
Big shout. He's out. He's been given. And straight away reviewed. So we'll have a look at where this pitched. And once again, big turn.
Well, he was pretty far forward. No problem at the bowler's end. He played right across that. Seems to pitch in line. No bat involved. Umpire's decision is out. Clearly pitching in line and going on to hit the stumps. I think the decision on the field is going to stand. He's in position, and I reckon the finger's going to go up again. There we go. And Ramdin has to take that long walk.
Maxwell's first wicket. Ramdin has to go for his 12. Been disappointing, and the West Indies now 85 for 6.
That's gone.
Another wicket. The spinners today for Australia on top at the moment. There's been some interesting batting to go along with it. Yeah, just gave himself far too much room. And the off stump goes back.
Well, not the brightest of shots. You've got to be looking to score in the safe areas now, bat all the overs. Jason Holder takes a chance, doesn't work. He's gone for 1, and it's 88 for 7.
Good fielding. Just have a couple. What's the end of the over? Oh, wicket in that over, and it's 90 for 7. Half a shout. And outside. I like that line though. I think at times he's bowled a bit straight, Nathan Lyon. I like this shape. Just pitching outside off and hitting him outside the line.
Yeah, it's a good delivery.
There it is. That's too easy again. It's like in slow motion at the moment. Solomon Ben just hitting it straight back to Nathan Lyon.
This was really soft. Just it up to him. And you don't want them any easier than that. So Ben goes, just 3. And the West Indies now at 91 for 8.
How is that?
Well, first delivery and a good one. Good shot. Finds the gap. And a boundary. Much needed boundary for the West Indies. Maybe Narayan saying something back to the batsman.
Well, he got to the pitch of this. Head over it. And hits the first boundary since the 6th over. The 9th over, rather.
And this one's just going to be chipped over the head. one bounce and has gone for 4 in the end. So all these bounces at the end will do their cause the world of good. That brings up the 100 to woken the crowd up as well. But unfortunately for the West Indies boys, they've lost 8 wickets.
Yeah, good shot there by Carlos Brathwaite. Yeah, can't help but feel there's been the lack of care factor from a lot of the West Indian players, putting themselves in a very difficult position at the moment.
Clock that and hit that a long way. That's nicely played. Good shot, but good control from Brathwaite.
Yeah, very good, thoughtful cricket. He waited for the full delivery. It was under his nose, and a man with that power, when he connects, there's only one result.
A couple of men back, but he's such a strong man. And that's his arc. Just in case you didn't know. Coming back for the second. It's the wrong one. It's got him. That's beautifully bowled. That really is. That's high talent from Adam Zampa.
And that's why it's always good to have a leggy in your attack to the tail. Beautifully bowled, bit of drop, and neatly done by Matthew Wade. Excellent bowling.
Yeah, really good work. Another wicket goes down at Sunil Narine, who will have to play a key role with the ball. Goes for 5. Nelson for 9. Oh, he's kept that out. Good stuff. And he's got some runs from it. That's nicely played. Gee, the bats are good these days. That was a blocked out Yorker, and it's gone for 4. Jerome Taylor will be speaking about that for some time. 116 for 9.
Yeah, going for the Yorker. Just a little bit of a full toss. We've seen a few of those today from Mitchell Starc, and he's hit it down the ground beautifully. It's beautifully bowled.
And the connection is not going to be good enough. Finch is underneath and takes the catch. So that's the last one to go for the West Indies. Zampa's picked up another wicket. He's done a very good job. He's tempted the batsmen. They've fallen for the trap from time to time. Finch will be in the top 3. He has taken the catch. He's on his way off to the change room. And Adam Zampa continues to impress.
Yeah, fantastic delivery. The young man tossing it up, enticing Carlos Brathwaite. And Aaron Finch obliges. Great catch. Quite simple in the end. Beautifully bowled, young man.
So Brathwaite goes for 21. All out now, the West Indies, for 116.
Absolutely brilliant. There's your scorecard. No one really to speak about. Johnson Charles, 22. Fletcher, 4. Carlos Brathwaite tried to hang in there, 21. And West Indies bowled out for 116 or 32.3 overs. Nathan Lyon with 3 wickets and Zampa with another 3. Great bowling.
Yeah, and it's off that bowling card. You'll see that no one, even though Stark's radar wasn't right from time to time, no one had the captain down. Wickets fell all the time after they got to 50 runs, and they really just threw it away from there, losing their last 9 wickets for some 66 runs. Yeah, that's quite extraordinary. But don't go too far away, because Australia are going to do some batting here. They're going to bat for about 50 minutes, we think, before the break. It's going to be a quick little changeover, then come out, and that's all they need. 50 minutes of batting.
I'm totally on top of this! Try and keep Deadpool in Sky Store now.
Pulled away quite nicely to get Australia off and running. Boundary to David Warner.
It's really criminal for a spinner to bowl this short on this very slow surface. You'll always expect that you'll get punished.
He will go upstairs. Ramden thinks he has his man.
He didn't seem to pick this delivery. Aaron Finch. Have a look at that front foot. Looks good. And let's see what happens after that. I reckon that he's got some part of that foot behind the line before the bails start to lift. Good piece of work from Ramden, but not out will be the verdict. It's a good piece of fielding from Marlon Samuels. David Warner well home.
Oh, nice strike given width. Chase is on for Andrew Fletcher. And failed. Past Marlon Samuels at forward square like a rocket.
I don't think that Samuels had too much of a chance at this one. It was very sweetly timed. And I guess it was past him before he really got anywhere in the region of that delivery. Right out of the middle of the bat.
To the left of Samuels this time, and another boundary.
Well, both deliveries going in the air, but out of reach. You get the feeling that this is a very strong area for Aaron Finch. Beautiful timing again.
Another fielder has gone across to the leg side, and we saw Mitchell Starc pitch the ball up and get wickets, but he's a little bit slightly more rapid than Taylor. Taylor has in this game and the previous game overpitched too often for his good. Overpitches again. This time only for one. In fact, two.
That's a great shot. Waited on it and just slashed it square. This wasn't that full either. When he got forward, just waited. Came up very slowly, so it's no problem whatsoever to just slash that away. Ball actually pitches out of frame, so you can see how short it was.
Nice sweep shot. Some real energy in this opening partnership, this opening salvo from Finch and Warner. 33 without loss. A couple of times now West Indies have hit the stumps. Batsman home safely. Fletcher on this occasion.
David Warner very alert to the single. Took off immediately.
Probably a case as well for the West Indies now, maybe to try someone else with the ball. It's a very good shot. Look at the energy. Look at the energy of Warner. I mean, literally sprinting as if every run is his last. 37 without loss.
Oh. Spin for Ben right up. That's as easy as pie. Just came forward, hit with the spin. 4 more to Aaron Finch. Wasn't looking to keep that down at all. Nice follow through, right where he wanted to hit it. Gonna ask for it, and Brathwaite says no.
A good shot, David Warner. He's got such great intensity when he bats. Always looking for the single, always looking to score, turning ones into twos. And when the opportunity presents itself, he looks to bang it to the boundary.
One of the few opportunities for the West Indies to press a claim for a wicket. Not a bad shout. In fact, a very good shout. Should have reviewed it.
It's kind of been that day for the West Indies where nothing's really gone their way. And you feel that they're not really expecting anything to happen too. So, you know, often you don't take those reviews when the opportunity comes your way.
Yeah, got him. Going across the line. No hesitation at all from umpire Nigel Long. And success for the West Indies and these suffering fans. And his 50th in one international cricket.
Well, there's that something remarkable we were looking for. Good delivery from Jason Holder, just tailing back a little bit, and the umpire got a pretty easy job in giving that out. It's Aaron Finch out for 19, Australia 44 for 1.
And he gets off the mark with the boundary. End of over number 8 is 48 for 1. so difficult to pick him. He's really developed that skill, actually playing tennis ball cricket for many, many years in his native Trinidad. Beautiful shot. Right in his arc. Might not have middled it as well as he wanted, but still a boundary. His second for Khawaja.
So at the interval, Australia after 10 overs, 54 for 1 in a dominant position. David Warner 26 not out after a paltry 116 set by the West Indies in just 32 and a half overs. Here's what happened when the Australians resumed.
See, that's brilliant. It really is brilliant. You know that he's going to be in the right areas. If you haven't faced him before, it's a standard off spinner. It's gripped off the rope and turned quite sharply. And he's got nice little variations, Narayan. It's nice and fine. Wayward from around the wicket, and Khawaja banks a boundary.
It's a very good player on the onside. Normally Khawaja, so that would have been just something really simple for him. I agree that's a better surface, Hazy, in the sense that the bounce has been more consistent. Similar delivery, similar shot. Similar result.
Errors you can't make. Really got to make sure you keep things as tight as possible on this sort of surface. You get in the right areas, it's going to be difficult to score runs, but if you bowl this sort of line twice in a row,
decided a little bit late on that one. David Warner didn't look as if he wanted it. Followed through nicely.
you might have heard the call there from David Warner. He's very quick between the wickets. Very aggressive cricketer, David Warner, in all aspects. That's great running. You might have heard him say 2 right at the start. 75 for 1. Terrific stuff from Narayan. 2 from the over, 77 for 1. That's beautiful. That really is very good timing from Khawaja. Effortless stuff.
Picks the right length, waits for it to be nicely up to him. Didn't really hit it that hard, just timed it. Right on top of it when he hit it.
Oh, that's a gimme. That's just held up on the pitch. Leading edge has popped up. Sullivan Ben's going to take it, but there won't be any big celebrations from him. Holder was the catcher at a short mid-wicket position, so that's a bonus for the West Indies.
Tried to whip this into the onside and maybe just played a little bit too early. Simple catch in the end. Fairly soft dismissal. This man Khawaja goes for 27. He's 85 for 2.
And a lovely strike. Wonderful use of the feet. Powerfully hit.
Yes, it was the feet movement. Which he made his decision early on and quickly got down the wicket, full face of the bat. Lovely stroke.
Yes, gone. Missed us the flight, and directly on line it seems. An easy decision for Nigel Long.
6 in the first game, and this is his first tonight. Good turn. Is it turning too much? Maybe, but umpire's given it out. Sharp turn, big wicket. The captain for Australia, Steve Smith, has gone for 6, and Australia now 92 for 3. And we watch here in slow motion. It's going to hit him in middle stump, and that's a touch and go one, but I think if the bowler did him in flight. It's a good piece of bowling. Look at that sharp turn. And missing. Bish, we're not bad up here.
The umpire can keep his job anytime. I'm not vying for that. Anyway, the action on the field, there's a short leg and a point for Maxwell. Oh, gone through in. Glenn Maxwell suckered in by Narine. The perfect off spinner.
That's the ball of the match. This is what you do. Entice the batsman, hit through the offside. Get outside off stump. Talking about what lines the ball. Look at this. Look at that shape and bite. That is incredible spin bowling. And you're thinking hit it through the covers, but he got the length wrong. And look at that middle stump. His second wicket in the over for Narine. Maxwell has gone without scoring. And now Australia 92 for 4. And it's all happening at the moment. Hasn't the game changed that quickly? A couple of wickets. Dark clouds coming in, wickets falling.
Double wicket maiden, 92 for 4.
Another appeal, but just outside off. That's all happening now. Narine, he has incredible figures of 2 for 26, and they're going to review this. We'll check the front foot.
Well, the thing to remember, it's given not out, so the majority of the ball has to be inside the off stump in order to overturn this decision. Looks as though it's from this angle, which is not always perfect, looks as though it struck him outside the line of off stump.
It's outside off. So still would hit the stumps, but with the rules and the way it is, outside. And a good decision.
Narine, last over. And Warner has gone down the ground. What confidence. In the midst of a good spell from Narine, he's just deposited him straight down the ground.
And the first real big aggressive shot for him. He's just gone about his innings tonight quietly. 49 of 47 deliveries, 3 fours, and now that first 6.
And that's 50 for Dave Warner. In challenging conditions, continuing with the good form and the good run that he's had for some time now.
Should get a couple here. In fact, they'll push for 3. And that's what David Warner gives you. Urgency, non-stop effort right to the end. That's close. Might be closer than we think. Mitchell Marsh not nearly as quick as David Warner across the ground. Is this another wicket? No, he's made it. And there's the confirmation. That's it. They'll complete a couple to finish it off. He'll be unbeaten on a 55, David Warner. And that's victory for Australia, with almost half of their allotted 50 overs to spare. Yes, there would have been a bit of a wobble, 3 wickets for 7 runs near the end. But Australia have shown their status, their title as World Cup holders and #1 in the world in this format of the game.
So the Australians just eased past the West Indies total for an emphatic victory. David Warner, the heart of that performance, getting 55 not out. Support from Khawaja, but 117 for 4 with almost 25 overs remaining. Bowling for the West Indies, Narayan was used early. Naturally enough, he was the most dangerous bowler. He bowled his 10 out. No one else really looked to provide too many problems. Perhaps Suleiman Ben bowling his 6 overs, getting 1 for 20. And so the summary of the game: West Indies put into bat 116. Zampa and the spinning contingent enjoyed conditions. And then Australia in reply, 117 for 4, winning by 6 wickets. And at the end of the match, Mike Hazeman spoke to the captains and the man of the match.
Jace, were you like most of us watching this broadcast and thinking, what if only the West Indies got another 70 or 80 more runs when Sunil Naraya was starting to get his teeth into the game?
Yeah, we were reassured of our target. You know, obviously we didn't bat well, and it's no excuses for the way we batted. We just didn't put enough runs on the board.
Let's just analyse that a little bit further. 1 for 50 and sitting okay at that stage, and then losing those last 9 for 66.
Yeah, as I said, we never really got any momentum after that initial partnership. We just lost wickets in clusters. We never were able to rebuild and, you know, build any kind of partnerships, you know. So it's a bad display. We need to put it behind us and, you know, move forward into St Kitts.
I guess we can put that down as a solid victory, but there's a few areas you won't be ecstatic about.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have been a bit more clinical there. I think winning 1 or 2 down would have been nice, but, you know, to get over the line with a bonus point, you've got to be pretty pleased with that.
Nathan, quick little chat. Well bowled yourself. I mean, things are coming out pretty nicely.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that effort out there, but I thought we bowled pretty well in partnerships, and to bowl the West Indies out for 117 was a pretty good effort.
So after 2 matches in this tri-series, Australia lead after 1 game with 5 points. That's the 4 for the victory and 1 for the bonus point. The West Indies after 2 matches held 4 points by beating South Africa on Friday, and South Africa yet to get underway. And of course the next game is between Australia and South Africa here in Guyana. Australia and the West Indies and South Africa head to St Kitts for the next 3 games, and then on to Barbados, where the final is on Sunday the 26th of June. And here are the 2 matches coming up this week. The first one, Game 3, Australia, South Africa, and then all heading to St Kitts for Game 4, the same 2 sides, Australia and South Africa, both at 5 to 6, one on Sky Sports 3 on Tuesday and Sky Sports 5 on Saturday. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye from here.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all screens